Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today I'll be reviewing a movie and it is titled Gen Z Wife. It is showing on Uchenna Mbunabo TV on YouTube, featuring Chinenye Nnebe and Timini Egbuson and the rest. Okay, so as the name implies, or as the title implies, it is all about a new generation wife that gets married and you know she's all for the gram and stuff like that, but she gets married and marriage is a different ball game because she doesn't know how to do anything. Well, I think that before marriage you guys must have asked yourselves important questions like, what do people do while dating? So throughout their dating period, we didn't see all that, but as time goes on, we discovered that our Gen Z wife cannot cook. So the husband is like, I'm tired of buying food outside. Can you please go to the kitchen and cook something for us? And she's like, I cannot cook. She was straight up with him. She didn't even bother entering the kitchen. Maybe she'll mess up and later explain herself. She did not even bother. She was just straight up. She was like, I can't cook. He's like, you can't what? I can't cook, okay? She doesn't know how to do anything. She'll soak her clothes in the bathroom and leave them there for days and weeks and they'll be smelling and everything. So her husband is complaining, always complaining. She doesn't keep the house clean. She literally doesn't know how to do anything. So every morning she is on her phone from morning till night. She's on her phone with her 4,000 followers on Instagram. She's trying to build up her Instagram page to be an influencer. She doesn't want to look for a job. Her own part, the way she was raised, she was raised by a single father. She had lost her mother earlier, so she was raised by a single father, and it happened that she was fortunate enough. Her father had a lot of money, and she was raised to be a brat. She had everything she wanted. She would want to go shopping, and she would get, a lot of money. So she wanted to continue that in this man's house, and it is not the same. So when she says she wants to go for her luxury shopping, the money is not as much as what her father used to give her. So she would compare the man to her father and everything. They will argue. But one thing about this couple is that they they truly loved each other. Because if they did not, those things that this girl was doing, this man would have been pissed. Like, of course, he got pissed, but not enough to go over the board or disrespect her or anything. They were so realistic. One thing I like about movies is when the cast is good. Just give me good cast, okay? Bring a good cast and the film will come to life. If any other person had acted this thing, if any other person that is not Timini had acted this thing, the vibe would have been different. So moving ahead with the movie, so this lady discovers that it is a different ball game in this place, and things take another turn when the man's mother decides to show up unannounced. She came to the house without telling the son or the daughter-in-law. So it caused a little problem here and there, not so much, but of course she took them unawares and she just came, and she discovered that her daughter-in-law cannot do anything, and they had already hired a maid because this lady and her husband would go back and forth about house chores, about cooking, and the husband decided, okay, for peace to reign, let us just hire a maid. He hired a maid, and the maid was doing literally everything in the house. It was remaining for the maid to brush this girl's teeth. She was doing everything in the house. So the mother-in-law was not happy with that because she was just watching a house help serve the man of the house instead of the wife, who would just sit in front of the camera and do her Instagram thing all day long. Okay, so she wasn't happy about it and she had complained about it, but this other lady was not having it. She was all this Gen Z body, and she was, if you talk one, she will talk 10, all those kind of people. The house help that they hired to come and help tried, was trying to become the second wife. She had this ulterior motive and she wanted to seduce the man and become his second wife, so she had this plan and she was working towards it. But thankfully, the mother of this man was around. Okay, so anytime this maid will come around with her plans to seduce the man's mother will, come into the picture. And on the other hand, the man on his own was starting to notice some things, and he wasn't having it. Okay, he wasn't playing along with it at all. Okay, so moving on, the mother of this man now decided that this maid has to leave. The Gen Z wife, they have a lot of arguments, and at some point, I can't really remember what caused the argument, but yeah, she left the house. They separated. Okay, so she left her husband's house and went to her father's house. Okay, she had invited her father to come to the house and confront her husband and the mother-in-law for treating her so badly by not accepting her way of life and her laziness and her not knowing anything. She didn't know anything and she was not ready to learn anything. She was saying her own. I don't know how to cook, and I'm not interested in learning how to cook. You understand, that kind of thing. So she left, they separated, and it took a toll on them because they really loved each other. Apart from the whole you can cook, you can clean, whatever, they genuinely loved each other. I don't want to spoil the movie for you because there's also a major event that happened towards the ending of the movie to tell you whether they got back together or they completely separated, because this lady's father was not even helping at all. He was like, just stay back in my house, you don't need to go back to your husband, stuff like that. So the mother of this man, on the other hand, was trying to help him move on. She wasn't really telling him to move on, she was just trying, cooking for him, taking care of him, and trying to help him get back on his feet because he was thinking a lot and stuff like that and was really affected by the separation. And this girl also had a friend who advised her to go back to her husband. So if you watch the movie, you will know what happened at the end. You already know that I don't spill what happened at the end of any movie I watch, because if I say it, I'm going to spoil it for you, obviously. So yeah, what do I think about the movie? I think it's a really good watch, a very realistic acting, and this movie actually shows the behind the scenes of some of the influencers that we know and some of the influencers that people try to copy, because you don't know how those videos were made. You don't know what happened during the making of the videos that you see online. The ones you see online are the ones that have been edited. So it's a very good reflection or a very good representation of this category of people that influencers want to be, or people that want to copy influencers and stuff like that, and people that are not ready to take care of their homes. If you're not ready to take care of your home, another person will do it for you. Well, the film is showing on Uchenna Mbunabo TV. I think you should go and give it a watch. It's really interesting. It's a very well portrayed story and the actors gave it their all, and I really love it. Should you watch it? I already said it. Rush and go watch it. Well, that is the end of my review. Peace.